People often think about wellness in terms of physical health, nutrition, exercise, weight management, etc. But it is much more. Wellness is a holistic integration of physical, social, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, financial, occupational, and environmental state. Join our host, Terry-Ann George, a health coach, author, mediator, and CEO of the Institute of Health and Fitness, as she discusses 8 elements with several professionals within the various dimensions of wellness. So let's kick burnout to the curb for good.
Join Terry and George for Dimensions. Fridays at 11 a.m. on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
All right, and of course, this is where we join Terry-Ann for Dimensions on New Era TT Radio. Terry-Ann, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Great morning. You hearing me?
I'm hearing you very well. How are you doing?
Are you all hearing me?
Yeah. We have you inside.
Good. It's a pleasure. Lovely. How are you going?
I can't complain, my dear. I can't complain at all. Taking it one day at a time. Everything is good. How are things on your side? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. And today we want to talk about stress. Because a lot of people suffering this week. Just going there was a bit stressful, machinery could shut down, this happened, couldn't do, and that. And, in all this stress and everything, all I do is just saying, thank you, Lord. That's all, because God knows best. You understand? And He know why and all these things. And just thank Him and just chillax, I didn't feel stressed out and that kind of thing. But recently, I have a brother, he's younger than me. And he is like, whole week you're calling him and it's like, young man, what's happening with you? He's like, my blood pressure is just going out of control. Every day it is extremely high. And I'm like, okay, drinking this, one time when you hear pressure high, you're going to start to drink a garlic tea one time. So you're going to get the garlic tea and you take a little ginger with a little piece of, and all those things. So we grate the garlic and you drinking the garlic, and the pressure will come down and then go back up again. And I'm like asking him, youth, because he's how old? 49, going to turn 50 next year. Please, God. I said, brother man, you need to check up. You need to calm down because he's hectic here. He's hustling here, hustling there, hustling all over the place. You need to take it on a pace, you understand? Because we have to understand that stress can do so much damage to the systems, okay? So we're going to look at the effects of stress on your body and how stress affects the body, and then how we can do some nice de-stressing techniques today. So that is what we're going to talk about, and some of the natural herbs that we can use to put it under control. Okay, I had another patient recently, his blood pressure all over the place, right? And a lot of medication, one medication to about 5 different medications for the blood pressure all over the place. And a simple thing was, Mr. Man, are you drinking water? You understand the story? Well, the doctors say not to drink no water. Boss man, you have to be crazy. The body cannot do anything without water. So they're trying to kill you. Now you remember he have a little money and stuff now. So the little money that he have and thing, and doctors looking to see well how much you could, and staying in one of them big shot nursing home and thing, that causing an arm and a leg. So them looking to make sure he stays 16 inside he doesn't know right through for you understand? And he don't know have he have a wife but no children. So they're like, hey, let me see how much you can suck out of here. And that is what now some people not understanding. And some of these doctors not caring about your health. Okay? And you have to use wisdom. Your blood do not flow. Your blood do not flow. Your blood cells are literally what they are. Blood cells. All the various types of blood cells we have are like split peas and lentil peas. They are cells. So you have to drink water for it to flow. You understand? If you're not going to drink water, then the blood going to become thick, and then you're going to put a strain under the heart, over the heart. The heart have to pull this thick, clammy blood all over the body. Your blood pressure will be high. Your foot will start to swell because when the thick, heavy blood reach down, due to gravity, it is very difficult for you to bring it back up. So the heart, so your blood pressure going to be high, and your heart will be under strain, setting you off to get a heart attack or a stroke. Okay? You find in the brain, because the blood is thick and heavy, and remember, from the water, you're going to get oxygen. So it's H2O. So without that oxygen, you're not going to get enough blood to the brain, enough oxygen to the brain. And you get dizzy spells and lightheadedness, get fits, those things. So let's go quickly. Stress causes headaches. It increases the risk of stroke. It also decreases your autoimmune disease. What happens? It interferes with your immunity. And so every morning when somebody sneezes, you saying "Hachu." When they sneeze at you, you saying "thank you." You know why you're saying thank you? Because your system is so low that you collecting the disease that is sneezed into the atmosphere, and your ability to deal with that bacteria is extremely low because you're so stressed out. You understand? So every morning you're sick, okay? And you find a lot of people like that. Every cold I pass, they get it, okay? Then some people, again, stress, they become obese because you have the thing called stress eating. So when you stressed out, you find that you're eating, you understand? A lot, all kind of thing, anything next to you, you like on a seafood diet now because you stressed out, you just eating. And that makes you put on the weight. It increased risk of cancer. Stress puts your body at a consistent high pace so that now your blood cells, and I'm trying to figure what's taking place there. And that is how some people end up with cancer. Asthma, again, stress. You find. I remembered. I went to school with my mom was a nurse, and this nurse had one son and one daughter, but this son was actually very spoiled. Right? They had a little money and stuff. And my mother have five of us, so we can't afford to be that spoiled, right? And this lady, whatever the child wanted, so I remember mommy coming home so depressed, so sad. And they used to pass on the way to work. I used to get a job from them, you understand, because where we were living. So they had to pass by us for them. I used to get job to school and stuff. And I knew this guy. And mommy said he wanted something. And he had come home from school and he was home. He was going secondary school. He was in form 4 or 5, somewhere there. So, and he called his mother at work, right? And something he wanted, and she said, "No, you cannot get it." And he was so upset that he'd get an asthmatic attack because remember, you're upset, you're stressed out, and he started with the asthma. And his mother listened to him die while he was on that phone because she's in Port has been working, busy at work, and they call the ambulance and they couldn't reach in time in PT Valley to get him while he busy calling, and he actually activate himself to activate that asthma attack, and he died. She listened to him die. You understand? Because he had that asthmatic attack while complaining about what he wanted and he cannot get it, and that is activated. So people have to be so careful. So asthma, stress, right? You're looking at the increased risk of heart attack. Stress, when you are stressed out, you can end up getting a heart attack. Acid reflux, you're stressed out, you're not eating on time, and that just cause you're busy, and hectic, and you don't have time to eat, and that, and all them kind of thing, and you're stressed out, or you end up not eating on time, you end up with the acid reflux, ulcerated stomach, high blood pressure, unhappiness, right? Erectile dysfunction. You as a man stressed out and think you can put on no action, forget that, girl. I had to figure out how I get to pay the rent, how I get to pay the mortgage, how do I send the children to school, and the bills coming up, and the loss your work. Where I had time for action, erectile dysfunction, that boy waking up at no point in time. You understand? You stressed out. Okay? Right? You have fertility problems. Can't get pregnant because you stressed out, right? And stress has caused that. Okay, you have insomnia, you're stressed out because the bills can't pay. You have only $500, but your bills coming up to $800. You're short at $300. Something had to cut, something had to go. You understand? And that causes insomnia, depression. You understand? Fatigue because you're stressed out. You just don't want to face the world. You're just sleeping whole day. You understand? That does cause all that. You're looking at Alzheimer's, become forgetful. You're losing you think because you're just stressed out. You're putting your brain under extreme stress, right? Premature aging from stress, breathing problems, circulation problems, right? Hormonal imbalances. Some ladies lose their period flat out. You just stressed out, stress your system under extreme stress, and so you don't get to see a period because you're under extreme stress constantly, right? High blood sugar, right? Stomach ache, right? Weak immune system, menstrual irregularities, decreased libido, all these things. Now, I just call out 25 illnesses that happens to the body. So you're talking about stress causes a quarter of your illnesses, right, to your body. Think of that, right? 25. And it have more because we're going to talk about how your skin, you just lose your hair, your skin does your nails get brittle, you understand, acne, delay repair, your body not repairing itself quickly enough because of the stress, right? Difficulty concentrating, anxiety attacks, irritability, mood, and mind fog. All these things happen because of stress. Okay, people? We need to know how to control stress. So I list out a whole squad. It could be, and this, a lot of us go through this. It have a lot of us go through right now in this stressful place where things, sitting on in traffic all day is stress. Imagine you have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning to reach Port of Spain for 8 o'clock, and you living where some people live in Citra, some people live in Diablo, and they have to catch this bus to reach into San Fernando to be able to catch the what you call this thing? The boat. Yeah, the ferry, the boat that
Yeah,
comes
the
down to
fast
Port of
ferry.
Spain, right? The fast ferry boat, yeah, the water taxi. And then those who not taking the water taxi, if you miss the water taxi and they're taking the maxis or the bus to come from Port of Spain to that set of traffic, or those of you who driving from San Fernando and those places, 3-4 hours you stuck in traffic, and don't talk about the traffic to come back home. That is stress. And then when you reach home now, you still have to be able to deal with your children, deal with the husband, deal with the wife, deal, you understand? That is stress. And think about you having to do that for the next 15 years you doing this job. That is stress. Okay? And so it's nice and thankful now that we have some people have the opportunity to work from home. You have to look to work smart, look to work wise. You understand? Right. So let's take in those of you who want to call in concerning the stress. What do you think? I am positively sure, right? So Charles, that you enjoying yourself working from home.
Yeah, actually, I am. I am.
Exactly. Think to yourself, why didn't I think of this before? Thank God for COVID, eh? It's not bad, it's not good enough. COVID made us realize, you know what? We could work smart instead of hard. You understand? Right? And so I do not, we offer programs, courses, and all our evening classes are online. And everybody loves this out because you know what? You don't have to, it's online in the evening, you don't have to hustle from work to reach up to class at 5 o'clock. And then when you finish, drive up or travel, then you have to go and hustle to travel back home. And these days again, we're looking at the place, it is so unsafe. Long time you could have, but now it's maxi to travel in a maxi, you have to be on your P's and Q's. When class finish 8 o'clock, that means it is unsafe you leaving home. I had students who come to classes in Tanapuna and class finish at 8 and they have to go San Fernando, or some of them had to go Toko or Sandy Grande or Mayaro. Think of that. So we're thankful now that you have the classes online. So we thank God for technology. You understand? Right? I have officers who at work, they just say, Miss, work, I cannot do presentation today. I will do my presentation next week or when they have the day off. But we are listening and they're paying attention and they have, you understand, while they're at work. So we thank God for technology that have distressed so many people, huh? Right? So stress, we just giving you techniques now of how we're going to deal with stress. We have to look to work smarter and not harder. So therefore, we're looking at those who can work at home, you work from home. Okay? Those of you, again, we have people retired and we're retired and you are under stress still. Why? Because I know retirees who still paying our rent, right? And people, now some people really fortunate to be working with the government. So when they finish, they have a little pension. Those who were not fortunate to work with the government and they don't have that little pension extra, and the cost of living is so high. And then you look at medical bills and all these different things. That is stress. So they have to figure out how we're going to have that extra cash. What can we do? So I just tell them what next. You understand? You have to prepare. Some people don't prepare for retirement, and by the time retirement reach on them, they're in a state of shock that half the money going through. And so if they was working at accustomed to $5,000, and now they have to get accustomed to $3,500, but your cost of living is still the 5,000. So you just lost $1,500 going through. How are you gonna survive? You short of $1,500. That is stress, and you still have the same bills. Okay, the bills ain't going anywhere, right? So you're looking at the fact that I tell people, those who love plants, do things that you like. gardening, and you can sell your plants and things, those into herbs. You understand? Plant herbal things, and you can have your herbal garden, selling those plants, selling even flowering plants and beauty plants and stuff. I see people just maybe just stop by somebody and bought some mangoes. They have the mango trees right in the yard. Long time they taking them things are wasting. You have your mangoes, sell the mango trees, sell everything you could. Yeah, I tell people I go sell wind if I can sell the wind. Please, you don't know. You understand? Good. So the thing is, we have to look around the skills that you have. You can do some knitting. Long time you used to do knitting. Everybody back into crocheting, and it is so relaxing. So you crochet nice outfits and thing, and you can put that up on your Facebook and thing and sell. Those into woodworking, making things, making craft things. Ladies, everyone, everybody have to do something extra right now. Whether you're a teacher, I had a teacher right now. She under anxiety. She's stressed out because she's teaching primary school, but she has her bills, and she said, Miss George, I could barely see myself make two ends meet. She needs to do something additional to get extra income. Okay, and that is a lot of people are under those kind of stresses, right? And anxiety attack and taking these other unnecessary medication for the anxiety attack. But that is not solving the problem. The problem is still there. And when you're taking these medication for anxiety attack, due to stress, it's going to break down other issues and other organs within the body. It damages the kidney. You understand? Put a stress on the kidney to get rid of these toxins. So you're looking at making sure, how do we deal with stress? Making sure exercises on our health education channel, right? It's a WhatsApp health education channels. Every single day, I put up new things on it, and you learn so much. I'm sure Sir Charles would have looked at the channel. What do you think? Hello?
Yeah, excellent. I said excellent, excellent. I think you're doing excellent work. You know, let me invite people also to give us a call. You know what I mean? Because I always welcome to hear from people, in special institutions like these, what you can do. So you can call Terry Ann now at 281-1315. That's 281-1315, right? So we're taking your calls. Terry, I want to find out something, right? How can someone tell the difference between what we might consider normal stress or something that may be more serious, like anxiety or even burnout? Is there a way to tell that difference?
The burnout. I forget to even mention all that. Right. Okay, so normal stress. A normal stress, because we all have stress, and the body will need, stress to be able to do things. So normal stress is you have to get up in the morning, prepare yourself, prepare the children. That is normal stress. You have to go to work. That is normal stress. Okay, good. And an additional stress will be, and then you will actually find that you have a nagging headache, a irritating headache. You understand the pressure, as I just tell you, my brother, the pressure is just staying extremely high. And so he's like, this is not normal. But then every other day, his life wasn't that hectic. And that is what I'm trying to explain to him. You have to slow the pace. So now every week and every other week, he's out of the country. You understand? And so when he's out of the country now, he is covering different sport events along the Caribbean and stuff. So he's now like a frequent flyer mile. And I tell him, I said, Mr. Man. And then now when he comes back into the country, he still has all these different local events to go to. And so he's not pacing himself. You understand? And with not pacing himself, he's pushing the body above and beyond the call of duty. You understand? And the body is trying to tell him, you need to slow it down, or else he will get a heart attack. When he came to visit me one of the days and I scanned him, his heart was enlarged. You understand the story? The heart, and when the heart becomes enlarged, it tells you to rest. So you start to feel tired. And so like yesterday, I call him, what are you doing? I'm resting. I'm still in bed. You understand? Which means his heart is going back into being red. It is enlarged. And so he learned, as I explained to him, when the heart enlarged and his body is telling you to rest, you have to rest, or else you will end up with a heart attack driving on the highway or anywhere. You understand? Because you're putting yourself and everybody else at risk. So quite a number of people end up getting heart attack on the highway, and people like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Not realizing it's a heart attack. And he is under the age of 50. And about 3 years ago, one of his friends, while playing football, got a heart attack. You understand? So people need to understand, if the body is telling you to rest, you need to rest. You need to take the day off. Go to the beach. Go and relax. Take a nice little bath. Let somebody carry to the beach. Stay home, lie down in bed, a little extra sleep, and eat. Take care of yourself. Eat properly, as I'm telling you, and drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. Okay? And those are some of the signs that you know that something is definitely wrong and your stress level is above and beyond the norm. Okay? Right? As the same thing you find as you're getting the flu on a regular basis, it means therefore that your immune system is extremely low. That means the body is under stress.
But
Okay?
but as you mentioned, things like sleep. So you need to sleep, you need to rest yourself, and things. But is there a role also, or well, I'm sure there is. Because this plays a part in almost everything, diet and exercise.
That
How does that help in managing
So,
stress?
in managing your stress level, we need to stop eating this type of junk and make sure you eat properly. You must have at least 3 fruits for the day. 3 fruits for the day. I know you're passing this to us. Right, so you're eating 3 fruits for the day. Right, you're ensuring that you have a proper breakfast. You're trying to avoid excessive salt and all those preserved stuff. For example, the sausage, the bologna, the salami, the pepperonis, and all those things. Right, let's try to eat more natural stuff. So, so you eat more natural stuff, okay? We learn to stay away from the sort of alcohol, the smoking, the salty stuff, to avoid the excessive amount of cheese and the eggs and those things, right? You want to ensure you have a proper meal. So lots of green in your vegetable. Eat me a rainbow. So you want to have things like lots of pumpkin and carrots inside of your menu, right? Bananas help keep the system calm, right? So one banana a day will not kill you. So I'm hearing some people telling me, I was doing a talk yesterday with some fire officers, and they were saying, Mr. Judge, you have so many things out there that are bombarding you, and you need to get proper information. And somebody was telling them they mustn't eat bananas at all, at all, at all, at all. That is why we have so many aggressive people out there. Because have you ever come across a grumpy monkey? No, you haven't come across a grumpy monkey, because the serotonin in the bananas help keep the brain calm. So just one banana, I'm telling you to go and eat a pound of bananas and all those things. One banana a day will help keep the system calm and those things. And avocado, you understand? You can have your avocados, which is very good for you. It helps also with your hormones, right? And so you're looking to eat healthy, right? A balance. You must go off. If you're eating 3 times a week, the day, then you should go off 3 times a day, right? Eating on time. I cannot stress how important it is to eat on time. And if you can't eat on time, you can have smoothies. So on my WhatsApp channel, right, you have to WhatsApp me 336-4935, 336-4935. You WhatsApp me, or you can go onto my status, what you save, and you will actually get onto the channel. I will put it in, so you will get onto the channel. You learn so much, because I can't give you all the information right now like this. So it is best you go onto the channel. Right? And on the channel, you have a lot of things. They talk about stress, they talk about exercise, chair exercises. Exercising is vitally important. You don't need to jump about like a jack in the box. You can sit and do your exercises, and the exercises will help bring back the systems back under control. Exercise also helps with the hormones in your brain. So it helps you calm back down, feel good. It gives you that nice feel good feeling, so that you're like on top of the world. Okay, so you want to do your exercise 3 times in a week. All right, and it's just 10 minutes of exercise. You don't need to go and do 100 hours of exercise. All right, so you can do your exercises. So that WhatsApp, I will call it over again, 336-4935, and go on to the health education channel. Pass it on to your friends and family. You will save a life. You don't know. You understand? Because it has so much information, a vast amount of information. is on that channel, consider all different things, because remember, we're dealing with the dimensions of health. You have occupational health, right? You have financial health, everything going to be dealing with at different points in time. And so people will be looking out for you to join the channel. It is to your benefit. And you can find me also on Facebook, Terry Ann George on Facebook, or Institute of Health and Fitness on Facebook, and follow it on Facebook also. Okay. Any other questions that you all have? You also, we have our upcoming courses, the massage. Take a massage. That is another way to de-stress. I tell people, you are working and spending monies and bills and whatever. You need to help take care of yourself. So taking a massage once a month or twice a month is very good and is vital. What the massage does, it helps boost circulation, it helps boost your immune system, it helps keep your blood pressure under control, it helps keep your blood sugar under control, it helps those of you having that circulation problems with the foot, it helps also with lymphatic cleaning the system, making sure it helps you to go off properly and all those things, right? So a massage helps de-stress, and it is to your benefit. You need to take care of yourself. A massage is not just for, oh well, it's only for the rich and famous. No, it is for every single human being, because the massage helps keep your skin right. It helps with your nails. It helps with your whole body from your head to your toe. The massage helps boost oxygen within the system. It helps with your lungs. It helps get mucus out of the system also, and helps detox the body. So doing a massage is vitally important to yourself. So you are only helping yourself. You're not making anybody else rich. You are taking yourself, taking care of you. You understand? Spending money on you. Okay, we have a massage course coming up that's going to be starting tomorrow. Those of you who wish to boost your finances, we have a lot of police officers, fire officers, teachers. We have a lot of people, all kind of people, retirees doing the course, right? It's only $300 to start the class with. $300 is the registration. So when you come to the class, then you pay your $300, and the payment plan is 2 payments of $600. So at the end of May, you pay $600, and the end of June, you pay the next $600. This class teach you is an introduction to medical massage. So you learn how to massage for people who have arthritis, people who get a stroke, people who have psoriasis, people who have headaches, stress, people who have lordosis, kyphosis, scoliosis. All those things, that is what you learn to massage. You learn to mix the various oils for those various ailments also. Okay, so also the classes is at 79 St. Vincent Street in Tanapuna, right? Anybody from the age of 16 to the age of 100 to come and do the class, right? It is helpful to you, helping your relatives who might be into sports, who might be into, and we help people to start their own business. So we show you how to start your own business. So the courses, also your payment plan, we teach you from day one. Tomorrow you learn to do arthritic massage, so you can start to work on your clients, get clients, people within church, your friends and families, and start massaging them who have arthritis and stuff, and you charge them $50 because you're now starting. You understand the story? And so you're building up your monies to pay towards your class at the end of the month, so you don't have to take out your normal monies. You actually doing your little work along the way as the class going. Within that 4 weeks, you have enough things. The next Saturday, you're going to be learning how to massage for poor circulation. You understand? And those who have the swollen feet and all those things. So each Saturday, you have something important that you're going to learn, that you're going to be practicing and working on friends and families and charging them a little $50. So when the class finished now, then you can actually start charging people $200 and $300 a session. Okay? So that is what it is all about. You want to become independent. You want to be able to have that financial freedom and have that additional skill. That is a talent also, because God gave you one talent. You need to multiply your many various talents. Okay? So any questions, Sir Charles? Those who need to come
actually,
and scan, you can come and scan us also. Come and get your scan to find out what other various, because a blood pressure is just a symptom. You may have something more serious than the stress. So you will need to come and scan to find out what's happening, because sometimes the kidney is off, sometimes the electrolyte systems are off. So when you come at the Institute of Health and Fitness, we scan you from your head to your toe, and we find out exactly what is the cause of the problem, and we deal with the root cause and not just the symptoms.
well, I'm happy that you said that, because that was where my next question was actually going to come from. Because, you know, I've often heard people talk about stress being a silent killer. I've always heard them also say it can lead to other problems like diabetes and stuff. So I was wondering, how true are those things that we have been hearing?
Oh, yeah, well, of course, as I had a patient, a young lady, she was about 26 when she went blind. You understand? When she came to me, I asked her, you were born blind? She said, no, Miss George. Constant pressure. She was not paying attention to it. The stress, and the stress caused her to go blind. And the stress, so she went blind at 26 from high stress. It was family stress at home, you understand? Right? With her mom and her siblings and all those things. And she just took on all these things. And that's just what she said, silent stress. And so what happened? Not paying attention. She got up one morning and she was blind. You understand? Not paying attention, not going to the doctors, and it burst the vessels in the back of the eye and she became blind. I had another lady, she was age 44. Her husband died. I mean, he died. He was the breadwinner and she had 4 young children to deal with. And she got up, she said, Miss Josh, I got up one morning and that was it. I was blind. When we should rush her to the hospital, they couldn't do anything because the stress was so high, it burst the vessels to the back of the eye, and that is what it means. So she could have gotten a stroke and she could have died. Instead, she ended up losing her sight. Right? And so we give God thanks for life and health and everything, but that is the seriousness of how stress is, right? And so people need to understand the back of your neck pulling. You understand? Those are signs that you're having stress. You can end up with a stroke. So I saw a little child, a 10-year-old, you understand, end up with stress and end up with a stroke. You understand? I saw a 12-year-old, right? She came to school and the term Form 1 and Form 2, when she came back out to school, she had a stroke. Why did this 12-year-old end up with a stroke? Stress, uncontrolled stress. So people, you need to not take this seriously. It has no age for stress and these issues to take place. You come and you see about yourself. Spend your money on your health. Okay, so come call me, WhatsApp me to find out more on the cost and all those things. We are very reasonable. We have prices from as low as $300 to various things, different parts of your body you want to check out and see what's happening, right? It is non-invasive. We do not take blood, but we do a full blood works because it's new technology and it is 100% correct, as one of the fire officers was testifying at the thing out there. I didn't even know that is where he was working, and then he was like, Miss George, I'm here. And he testified to the other fire officers, and they were like, he keep telling us about you, so we are so happy to meet you. You understand? And they was testifying about how it is that the machine is on par 100%. When his aunt came, they didn't tell us that she had cancer, and we were able to identify, and she got the results one time and they were like, yes, she had cancer, and all the other is used. We found, they confirmed with normal things that those were the correct results. And she came to me not being able to walk and was swollen because of the cancer. He said with Miss Georgie, within 2 weeks she was walking and all the swelling came back down and all those things. And so therefore everything is done naturally. At the Institute of Health and Fitness, we do everything naturally, natural herbs and the changing of your diet, because your diet is vitally important. You are what you eat. So people, as we end, you can call me 336-4935, 336-4935. WhatsApp me. I have on the health channel all the different herbs and the different teas and the smoothies that you can use that will help with your stress and anxiety and insomnia and all those things. And it's free of charge for those information. So WhatsApp me so I can send you the channel. And those of you who wish to book your appointments, we are in Tanapuna and at Marabella. So tell your friend and your family. Stay healthy, stay blessed, stay fit. So Charles, over and out to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Terry-Ann. And of course, this has been Dimensions with Terry-Ann George right here on New Era TT Radio.
Men, women, tired of the invasive, painful old methods of testing prostate and breasts?
The Institute of Health and Fitness Clinic and Wellness Center offers comprehensive and non-invasive diagnostic testing, which indicates the nature and extent of diseases and tests your nutritional levels. Our quick testing can identify early signs of problems by evaluating many of the bodily functions, such as male and female sexual function, gastrointestinal function, liver function, kidney function, thyroid function, heart and brain function, and also cancer testing. Results are comparable with other medical lab tests without the use of needles drawers or embarrassing specimen cups, and is pain-free. We also offer all natural treatments. Visit us now at number 79 St. Vincent Street, Tunapuna, or call 492-7397 or 289-6363.
S&H Rum Box,